Brown bear PRT2. Scientific taxonomy. Since no single method is usually successful, scientists employ a variety of techniques to classify bear species and subspecies. Few authorities list the same set of subspecies, which has been described as formidable and confusing when that comes to brown bear taxonomy and subspecies categorization. The most significant method now available for scientifically defining brown bear relationships and names is genetic testing. Because a genetic test by itself cannot define a biological species, genetic testing typically refers to clades rather than species. Most genetic studies reveal how closely related bears are to one another, or their genetic distance. It can be perplexing because there are hundreds of dead brown bear subspecies, each with its own name. Hall, 1981, claims 86 distinct types, and even as many as 90. Its precise relationship to the polar bear, as well as the number of brown bear subspecies overall, are still up for question. The brown bear has recently given rise to the polar bear. Although estimates based on genetics and fossils vary from 400,000 to 70,000 years ago, the most current data suggests that the polar bear split between 275,000 and 150,000 years ago. The exact point at which the polar bear diverged from the brown bear is unclear. According to certain definitions, the brown bear could be considered the polar bear's paraspecies. With the exception of the population, or subspecies, in the Kodiak archipelago, which has likely been isolated since the end of the last ice age, DNA analysis reveals that brown bears in North America, with the exception of recent human-caused population fragmentation, are generally a part of a single interconnected population system. These results indicate that UA horribilis, UA sickness, UA gaze, and UA stickensis are not unique or coherent groups, but instead ecotypes. Brown bears in any particular region of the Alaskan coast, for instance, are more closely related to nearby grizzly bears than to distant populations of brown bears. This morphological variation appears to be caused by brown bears' access to a rich salmon food source, but grizzly bears do not. Scientific taxonomy. A bear shot in autumn 1986 in Michigan, U.S., was thought by some to be a grizzly, American black bear hybrid, due to its unusually large size and its proportionately larger brain case and skull. DNA testing was unable to determine whether it was a large American black bear or a grizzly bear. Description. The brown bear is the most variable in size of modern bears. The typical size depends upon which population it is from, and most accepted subtypes vary widely in size. This is in part due to sexual dimorphism, as male brown bears average at least 30% larger in most subtypes. Individual bears also vary in size seasonally, weighing the least in spring due to lack of foraging during hibernation, and the most in late fall, after a period of hyperphagia to put on additional weight to prepare for hibernation. Therefore, a bear may need to be weighed in both spring and fall to get an idea of its mean annual weight. The normal range of physical dimensions for a brown bear is a head and body length of 1.4 to 2.8 meters, 4 feet, 7 in to 9 feet, 2 in, and a shoulder height of 70 to 153 centimeters, 2 feet, 4 in to 5 feet, 0 in. The tail is relatively short, as in all bears, ranging from 6 to 22 centimeters, 2.4 to 8.7 in length. The smallest brown bears, females during spring among barren ground populations, can weigh so little as to roughly match the body mass of males of the smallest living bear species, the sun bear, Holarctic malayans, while the largest coastal populations attain sizes broadly similar to those of the largest living bear species, the polar bear. Interior brown bears are generally smaller than is often perceived, being around the same weight as an average lion, at an estimate average of 180 kilograms, 400 pounds, in males and 135 kilograms, 298 pounds, in females, whereas adults of the coastal populations weigh about twice as much. The average weight of adult male bears from 19 populations, from around the world and various subspecies, including both large and small-bodied subspecies, was found to be 217 kilograms, 478 pounds, while adult females from 24 populations were found to average 152 kilograms, 335 pounds. Hybrids. A grizzly polar bear hybrid, often referred to as a Pizzly bear or a Growler bear, is a rare URID that's also produced when a polar bear and a brown bear crossbreed. Both in the wild and in captivity, it has happened. 7 more hybrids have since been verified in the same region, all from a single female polar bear. In 2006, the existence of this hybrid in nature was established by examining the DNA of a strange bear that had been shot in the Canadian Arctic. The hybrid was previously created in zoos and was regarded as a cryptid, a hypothesized animal for which there is no scientific proof of existence in the wild.